If you want to succeed, just don't have a backup. Problem that I had, it's a very common problem. It was not just limited to me. He saw the other part of the story where companies are finding it difficult to get the right talent because
Initially, we did bootstrap, and most important thing which actually happened once UIncept actually happened to us was
Hello everyone. I welcome you all to the U Talk hosted by UIncept in association with Divya's Closet, a series where we have a close rendezvous with the startup founders and stars of the startup ecosystem. Today we have Mamta and Aditya, a young and swagger techpreneur duo from the team of FreshBites. I welcome both of you, Mamta and Aditya.
thank you so much, Deva.
So, starting with your journey, I want to know uh, when was the point when you thought of starting FreshBites? What exactly were you trying to resolve?
So PrepBites came with pretty much my own journey that I had with coding. So what we do at PrepBites is we help students learn coding easily through personalized courses. So when I say personalized, which means the content of the courses will be personalized as per their current skills. So what was happening was that when I was trying to do coding in college, even though I was working hard, there were still some problems that I was just not able to crack. So I just thought that maybe I need to do better. Maybe I need to work harder. And eventually, I'll say I got my job, I went into the job, and then I took coding again. And I don't know, that was because of experience that I had in my job or what, but I saw the mistakes that I did. And when I went into Amazon, I started talking to a lot of students, and I saw that the problem that I had, it's a very common problem. It was not just limited to me. So that's where I decided that this is the problem that's out there with these students, that they are finding it difficult to work on their coding skills. They get demotivated. Maybe we need to mentor them. So there's something we need to do for them. And we discussed with Aditya. I discussed this with Aditya, and Aditya said that he saw the other part of the story where companies are finding it difficult to get the right talent because he was into hiring, he was going to the companies. So we realized that this is something that needs to be solved. And that's when we started PrepBites with the idea to make coding easy for students by giving them the right content, by giving them the right mentorship. And that's when the whole journey of PrepBites started.
That's wonderful. So, I think starting up is very difficult. It has always been. So, how did you guys cope up with the initial hustle? Was it bootstrapped?
yes, initially we did bootstrap, and for initial 6 to 7 months we did actually bootstrap, and then Google Launchpad happened, and we were very fortunate that just immediately after that we were part of UIncept acceleration cohort, and that is where actually multiple gates opened for us, networking, universities, investors, a lot of, I would say, help. And most important thing which actually happened once UIncept actually happened to us was the 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 confidence boost which we got, that there are, I would say, a lot of mentors around who are out there to help us if in case if we get stuck and if we're not in the right direction. So our initial first set of 100 customers actually came during the cohort itself, and then eventually we were backed by UIncept, and later on, again, right now we just closed one seed round. So that is how it happened. Most of the, I would say, initial days were bootstrapped, but once we got into this acceleration cohort, things got, I would say, picked up, and from there itself we have been growing, and this is right now we are at a stage where we have a huge reach and a brand which is established already in colleges.
That's great. So, I think different stages require different skills to be adopted. So, how was it for you guys?
So I think this is something very apt you have said, Divya. This is something we carry with us all the time. And we know that, in this whole journey, we have to keep, learning new things because the thing that we were doing, something that was really working when we started. Like when we started, we were like, just sitting and building websites, and then we are doing the marketing, talking to customers. So if I sit today and build the website, that's not going to work because now we need different kind of skill sets. We need to be a good leader. We need to manage people.
Yes.
We need to create a brand, and we need to ensure that we are able to connect with the team. So similarly, as you go ahead in your journey, your responsibilities change. Maybe you try and do something which you have not done before because I come from a developer background, and I didn't know how to manage the team. I think he was good at it because he did that beforehand, but I didn't know how to do it. And eventually, I'm learning those things. So similarly, at each and every stage, as the team grows, as the business grows, as you raise funding, you have to keep changing and you have to keep learning new things, and that is really, really important in the whole journey.
So, at any point, did you guys think of giving up? That this is not my cup of tea, or I should not be pursuing it any further and I should just leave? Did this come to your mind any time in the journey?
So I don't know where did I read this, but I read it somewhere that uh, if you want to succeed, just don't have a backup. Because whenever you have a backup, you think that you have an option. Acha, if ye nahi chala to wo chal jayega. We always think that way. But I think the way we never thought that we have any other option. Like even though people would say, acha, when we would talk to people, they would say, "Arey, chalo koi nahi, degree hai, you can always go back and do the
I
job."
think सबसे बड़ी गलती लोग यही करते हैं अपनी journey में.
Right, right. And actually, even now when I talk to many people, one of the common things that happen and they don't do is to leave their job. Because they always want to have the backup, ki job hai, and meanwhile I'll try and do. So this is one thing. And one of the mentors I had in my previous office, he suggested me that one of the mistakes he did was to have a backup. So Munda, don't do that. Just give your 100% in that. So we gave the 100%, our 100%, and needless to say that entrepreneurship is a very tough journey. And it has been tough since 2 years. And every time you feel like, okay, if this happens, maybe it's going to be easy. But no, it's going to be tougher. Okay. So this keeps on happening. But I think, the kind of support you get from the other co-founder, the kind of small successes that you get, and the kind of support that you get from the team, it just, keeps you going. Maybe Aditya can add some points to how his journey has been.
So about giving up, absolutely no. Never thought of giving it up. We knew that this is the problem definitely out there, and the solution might change. We might pivot, but luckily we never needed to. We never actually have to do it. Our solution was spot on. We added more features that will keep on adding. That is how the product grows. So yes, we I would say struggles. So again, as I always say this, and startups, you have higher highs and lower lows, but more lows are there, highs are very less. But you have to be geared up for that. If you are getting into it, then you have to be very sure that there will be a lot of, I'd say, struggles which will be coming up. And we had our struggles, we are having our struggles. So, and in future also we'll have it. So we are geared up for that. We are always ready for that. And never giving up was the attitude, is the attitude, and will be the attitude for us always.
वो कौन सा टाइम था जब आपको लगा कि हमें फंड्स की ज़रूरत है और हमें इन्वेस्टर्स को अप्रोच करना चाहिए? एंड व्हाट एग्जैक्टली वाज योर अप्रोच टुवर्ड्स द इन्वेस्टर्स?
So again, different stages. So initially, when we had our product in place, at that point in time, we wanted to hire some resources. So with the money we had at that point in time, we got one resource, but again that wasn't enough. So that was the first, I would say, initial time when we thought to go for an angel round. Eventually, when we got our first 100 customers, I've already said that, then we thought that we can kickstart the growth from here. And then obviously we started looking for funds, and finally when we saw that everything, all the, I would say, ducks are in rows. So what we can do is we can now get the growth money in and just try to go all, I would say, all out over there. And at that point in time, we actually decided to get again. So you cannot, I would say, this is not like today we decided and tomorrow you get it. So you have to be far-sighted. So we decided it, I would say, 6 months before, and then we started working towards it. And again, the UIncept has helped us a lot in that, where building the connections with the investors, and that gave us a lot of confidence when we started going ahead and talk to different I would say, folks out there, and made them understand that this is what the stage at which we are, and this is the money we require at this stage. So at that point in time, as I've said, there are different stages. We realized that this is why we need money at this point in time. It was not like we are always looking out for money. No, at different stages we realized, and we were lucky to close the rounds at any given point in time.
Okay, yes, very rightly said. I think it is very important to have a connect with the investors beforehand because sometimes people, what they do is they reach out to the investors whenever they think they are ready for the investment. But you need to have a connect beforehand so that you also know what they actually look for in a startup in the course of time. All right, my next question would be um, on the criticism. You must have faced a lot of criticism from your competition, from the market, from customers, from anybody out there. So, how good is the criticism and how did you guys take it up for your company?
Yeah, you said it very right. So you start getting criticism, starting from the day you plan to start. There could be different kind of criticism. Maybe that starting up is not a good idea. That's one of the things, or maybe someone will tell you that leaving the job is not a good idea. So you start getting criticism, and even as you said, the customers, you have a course, so customers will always come back and say that okay, this is not working, that is not working, and the field we are in right now is highly competitive. So one of the feedback we got from many people out around. So now I think what has to be done over here is that first of all you should not completely ignore the critics, because might be they are saying something which can be useful for you. So we have learned a lot through the criticism only, because if someone is telling me that dude, there's a lot of competition in the market, where are you guys standing? And if I say that no, there's no competition, then in that case I'm just putting a fold on my eyes, and I'm just behaving to be blind, which is not going to help me. So I have to convert this into a positive, I have to take this criticism positively. That yes, this is a fact that we have a competition. Now, how do we go ahead and ensure that we are able to help the students the way we want to? We can think that okay, we are not here to beat the competition or something. We have a vision, and we want to achieve that particular vision. We want to help students. We want to help these many students. And yes, considering that we have a competition, we have to take certain measures. We have to add something in our product so that we are able to just survive in this particular scenario. So I think the way to handle criticism is to not completely ignore them, and also not let them get into your nerves, because then you will get highly demotivated. And you have to know that if you are getting in public, you are exposed to people in terms of, as I said, customers, in terms of investors and people around, because once you start up, people get to know you are starting up, and you talk to people, you go in several forums. It won't take, it takes second for people to say कि अरे ये तो बहुत लोग कर रहे हैं. So you should not be sad. And I'll be very honest, I used to get sad in the beginning, and I didn't know how to handle this, and I would to discuss with Aditya that he said or she said कि this exists, and he was very much, I'll say, used to explain me that no, this is something that happens. So I can say that he taught me how to handle criticism. So yeah, so I think it should not get into your nerves, and secondly, it should also you should not also completely ignore it. You should take the feedbacks that okay, these are the things that needs to be done, and I think that will help you a lot.
So one thing I'll just like to add in this. So every time, specifically Mamta used to get criticized by someone, or she used to face that. Next day she used to be with 10x more energy towards the work, and everything used to be on fire. That today we are going to blast it off. So I guess it has always worked in a positive direction for us rather than going and getting demotivated. I might have given some one or two lines, I don't know. I did that. But yes, initially she always used to be 10x on the next day, and it's good that you get the criticism. You again move ahead, you start doing something new. Yes, it's very right. You will get competition everywhere, anywhere, and criticism is something it's a part of your life. You cannot ignore it.
Okay. Another thing that I wanted to ask both of you was how important education is as far as entrepreneurial concepts are concerned. Did you learn everything at the school?
So, talking about this school, so I think apart from education and rest of the qualities we have, one benefit that we had was that we are from the same school. So we kind of know each other really well, because it's not just we were in the same school, we were always the competitors and we were participating. So we knew the qualities of each other. So, and that's where I was coming in terms of how school helped you in shaping whatever you are right now. So there was no formal education. There was no topic like entrepreneurship and leadership for that matter. All we know that there was a moral science, and we all know how we studied that, but that was a different thing. There was no such thing. One thing that happens is that schools conduct a lot of events, and you have the opportunity to go and lead the team and maybe show your creativity and that you have. But the problem I see over there is that people who are hyperactive, they only get to have a chance over there. So, and we know the way it is that if you're active, you will be also supported. So people who are not that active, it's not going to happen that that you will be pushed into it. Maybe at some very, when you're really small, maybe 4 or 5 age or something, then maybe teachers will push you or something. But at the end of the day, then there are like these 4 or 5 students who are going to lead the house, who are going to lead the dance team. So I think this works. So it's more like you have to get up and do it. But I think one small change should be done is also empowering these students who are not that vocal in talking about their talent. So maybe we can think on how that could be done. Maybe do something at a very small level that that forces them to come up. So there are students who will not do it no matter what you do, but there are students who just want someone to push them to get into it. So I think for them it will be good. But yes, for us, we were all into all the leadership activities that was happening. So I'll say that helped me learn a lot of things, and rest of the things that I think the entrepreneur, the whole journey that you have as you go ahead, even after school, you keep on learning. You keep learning on daily basis.
Yeah, learning is something which has been always crucial. Be it school, be it college, be it the first jobs which we both were in, and learning about product and I would say development. Every time I would say schooling at different ways and different phases have been really very instrumental in this entrepreneur's journey. Some things cannot be taught, but a lot of things can be, and we have tried to use those by the max possible ways, whatever we can do, and given in 24 hours, how much we can contribute out of that.
You rightly said. I think life itself is a school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, great. So I now would like to have a quick rapid fire with both of you. I would start with you, Aditya, first. In asking the first question, I want to know what is the major learning from your journey
Try to be happy.
in whatever you have.
Yeah, whatever we have.
Brilliant answer. The second question goes to you, Mamta. One major low light of your journey.
Okay. So I think there has been many. Yeah. So, it's a contrary that when you're asking me low light, I can think of highlights of my journey. But I think low light was, in the some of the initial journey of the startup.
First
That,
customer?
yeah. No, that was not low light again. That was
Okay,
a
okay.
highlight.
Highlight. Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe low light of my journey would be some starting phase of starting up. Yeah.
Okay, and both of you can recommend some books for our viewers.
So one which I have read, and I'd say it talks very. It's a real things which happens out to be with entrepreneurs. It's hard things about hard things. One of the books which I read and I liked it. So there are multiple other books. You have any?
So I think I would like to recommend 2 books, and 2 of them are, I think, something I applied and are really has been useful for me. One is Lean In, and that was a great book that I read. And the second is 1 Minute Salesperson. And I read this book in the initial journey of the startup, and it worked really good but it's majorly for people who are looking to try to connect to the customers.
Thank you so much for joining us, Mamta and Aditya. Well, this was Mamta and Aditya from Prep Bites. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for You Talk with You Incept. This is Divya Gupta signing off. Stay tuned for more updates.